Nusir Yassin, also known as Nas, is a Palestinian Israeli living in Israel. But for some reasons, best known to him, he inverted the term in a tweet in October 2023 saying, "I view myself as an Israeli Palestinian. Israeli first, Palestinian second." To you, it might not be a big deal, but it is to a Palestinian living in Israel, as it shows where your allegiance lies. Nas is the founder of Nas Daily with a YouTube channel that has garnered over 13 million subscribers. He recently finished a self-imposed religion challenge to study the 6 major religions of the world in 6 months. It is striking that for each and every religion he studied, he made sure to sit with a scholar of that religion and learn about the religion. But when it comes to Islam, he made it clear he wasn't going to study with a scholar, he would rather study the religion from his mother. If this doesn't sound absurd in your ears, then watch the result of studying Islam for 1 month with his mother.
There it is. This is where Islam started, in a cave that looks something like this.
Yes, Islam started in a cave. I can only imagine how much effort he must have put in to come to this groundbreaking discovery scholars of Islam don't know, obviously. Mother and son are in need of a scholar to learn the basics of Islam. Today's video is not to refute the circus show with his mother called Studying Islam, as Brother Zishan, Brother Saif amongst others, have done a wonderful job refuting the video already. This video is to show how the want for money, fame, and prominence left him disorganized and confused, thus making bad life choices. So before diving deep into today's video, let's not forget to like the video, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
But I also say this to myself. But I'm not trying to go at you. This is also something I self-talk about myself every day. I say, if we really do believe that we're going to die and there's going to be a God and there's going to be a heaven or hell, then why are we not praying 5 times a day? Why are we not doing everything to be the best human possible? Because if you think about it, as a person, do not try right now think about that. Or do you not think about that? Like, actually, wait a second, we are going to die and there's going to be, so like, if I was genuinely thinking about it with a better brain, like, I should be the best human being I can right now.
I don't disagree with you. This is the first thing we agree on. Yes, you should be praying and I should be praying and you should be praying. I don't know why we don't do it now. Maybe because we're too distracted by mundane stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Distracted by money.
That's the thing. I genuinely
He's distracted by money.
I've been having these self-reflections so much. We're so distracted in getting stuff here. If it's the money, if it's building the companies, if it's whatever, that sometimes I'm like, yo, we're so distracted from the bigger picture.
Correct.
A quick disclaimer here. First, this is not an attack on him, but an advice for him to trace back his steps. Secondly, this is also for those of you Muslims who want to emulate him. That is not a good investment for your hereafter. You see, as Muslims aiming to please our Lord and Creator, our life choices and priorities should be guided by the Quran and the tradition of our noble prophet, upon him be peace. Having said that, Nas as a kid was like every other Palestinian kid, raised a Muslim, has nothing more important in his heart than see the liberation of his people from an oppressive occupation. 20 years down the line, everything changed. What happened, you may ask? The want for money and fame, as you rightly heard from him and his friends. Nas was leaving fine as a graduate of Harvard University with a 6-figure paying job as a coder for the money transfer site Venmo. However, according to Houston Chronicles, the tech bro life proved unsatisfying. So he saved $60,000, quit his job, bought a camera, and vowed to travel the world, documenting it every day in 1-minute videos because that's the most he thought most attention-scattered people would absorb. His thoughts proved to be true. Right from the get-go, he gained much attention on Facebook, he met Zuckerberg and was featured in global media. Within months, he gained millions of followers on Facebook. He now has the fame he wants, but it comes with a price of pleasing everyone. So in trying to please everyone, he began to stray away from his religion and the obligation he has on him for his people.
Have you ever thought about, like, getting onto, like, I guess, spreading religious messages?
No, because religion brings people together in an exclusive way.
Yeah.
It says, you know, if you are Christian, then Jesus is the way.
Yeah.
If you are Muslim, then Islam is the solution. If you are Hindu, then this is the way. So religion brings people together, but in a very small, in very specific circles of guidelines.
Yeah.
So it also basically becomes, you cannot invite a Hindu to a Muslim religious gathering, right? So yes, religion is a great thing. I love religion. I think it helps bring people together and on a family setting, on a culture setting, on a country level, but not on a global level.
Yeah.
So that's why I've kind of stayed away
Here's the thing.
His fame and prominence continue to grow, that at the peak of his career in 2019, he left Islam and religion entirely. He wants to be conceived as the neutral guy taking no sides. He knows he cannot achieve that if he remains loyal and committed to a particular faith.
So today I'm going to talk about religion. I was born and raised Muslim. I prayed 5 times a day, and on Ramadan I fasted for 10 years. I was taught Islam was the only way to heaven, and I believed it. Then I started making non-Muslim friends. Christians said Jesus is the Son of God and is the way to heaven. Jews said they were the chosen one. Hindus said there's not one God, there are millions. And my atheist friends made fun of all of us. The more people I met, the more I realized everyone thinks their religion is right. And if one is right, then fundamentally everyone else is wrong, including me. That is when I stopped believing in religion and continued my belief in the idea of God. I decided to create my own religion. It's called Gnosticism.
Although in recent times we've seen him come back and re-proclaiming Islam, which is good for him, even though he has so much learning and unlearning to do. This is how destructive seeking fame and wealth can cause a believer. Traditionally, Islam considers self-promotion and seeking fame a spiritual ailment and a destructive desire for a worldly matter, similar to wealth. While seeking wealth is a hunger to possess material things, seeking fame is the desire to possess people's hearts and to capture their love and attention. A believer's goal should be something nobler and higher, to seek God's countenance, free of the craving for people's attention and approval. This outlook on fame, which stands in sharp contrast to today's norms, must be understood by any Muslim who puts themselves in the spotlight. The Prophet, upon him be peace, likened a passionate desire for fame to a ravenous wolf that would tear apart one's religious commitment. Seeking celebrity and to be talked about can lead one to making more and more compromises religiously and spiritually, eventually causing critical damage to one's faith. Even when done in the name of Islam, or to promote the Muslim cause, fame can tap into one's vanity and ego and muddle the heart's sincerity and connection with Allah. It is for this reason that many of the scholars and knowers of our tradition were extremely wary of fame and would encourage its opposite, that is, deflecting attention from oneself and avoiding positions of authority or prominence. This love for prominence and fame is one of the hidden diseases of the heart that may cause great spiritual harm, but people hardly pay attention to it until it has gone too late or too difficult to fix and rectify the damage it has caused. A perfect example is when Nas said he divides his life into 10-year chunks.
The way I'm sort of thinking about structuring my life is my 20s were about learning how to make videos, learning how to make social media. My 30s are about doing for the planet Earth, for today. So 30 to 40, I'm going to build things for today. So build a company, things you can touch. And then 40s after is going to be about things that are bigger than life, bigger than planet Earth, which probably is spirituality. It's probably something more important than building a company. So I kind of divide my life in 10-year chunks.
As Muslims, we don't believe anyone is promised tomorrow, much more tens of years. Abdullah bin Umar said, Allah's messenger upon him be peace took hold of my shoulder and said, be in this world as if you were a stranger or a traveler, the sub-narrator added. Bin Umar used to say, if you survive till the evening, do not expect to be alive in the morning. And if you survive till the morning, do not expect to be alive in the evening, and take from your health for your sickness, and take from your life for your death. If we truly care for our hereafter, then we should live every day as if it were the last. This will help you strive even more to please Allah. What's the use of the wealth and fame if someday you will have to leave all that behind? May Allah continue to guide us to what is right and make us firm upon it. I remain your brother Abdul. Catch you in the next one.